are you guys doing? This is DEPI and welcome back to my channel. Firstly, I just want to apologize for not posting last week because my laptop was spoiled, so I couldn't edit the video that I was supposed to edit and have it up by Wednesday. So I actually filmed the video regarding the Bangkok tips and advices, but I don't think it's very relevant now since everyone has started school and having their exams, your O-levels and your A-levels. So yeah, I don't think it's very relevant now. So the Bangkok one will probably be up maybe the next holiday or something, so that it'll be more relevant to you guys when you guys watch it also. On to today's topic, as you can see from the title of this video, it is something that I have been really wanting to like talk about and wish that more girls would know about this. And this video is about pads versus tampons. Anyway, if you're a guy, please click out of this video because I don't know why you need to know the difference between a pad and a tampon. I mean, unless you want to know more about why your girlfriend wears a pad or tampon and not the other. But I really don't think you should be watching this video, but if you want to continue watching, you can, but it's probably gonna bore you out. But I've been wanting to do this video for a really long time because I think girls at my age, or even if you're like in your 20s, you may want to start using tampons, or on like pros and cons of using a tampon compared to using a pad, and you won't dread your period as much as you dread it now. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys the brand of pads and tampons that I use in case you guys are curious about which brand of pads and tampons I use. So for tampons, right, I'm using this Tampax Pearl one, and then for pads I'm using this L'Oreal Relax Night. Let me just share with you guys when I started using tampons. I started using tampons when I was 17, like last year, and it really changed my life, let me tell you. And this brings me to my first point. The pros of wearing a tampon is that you won't even feel that you're having your period. What a tampon actually does is you have to, it's different from a pad in the sense where a pad you stick it on your undergarment, while a tampon it goes inside that area, so where the blood comes out. For pads, you will actually feel that there's something there, and like when you move and when you go about your daily activities, you actually feel that your pad is there. And for me, it isn't very comfortable. So a tampon is like when you have it in, you really wouldn't feel like you are having a period, or you can't even feel like you are wearing something. And for my second point, the tampon is actually really like lightweight and it's easier to carry around than a pad. So normally I would actually put it in this small pouch that I have, so I'll just put my tampons inside. I mean, it's honestly easier to take this out, like, you know, when you're halfway through class and you need to take out your tampon. I mean, for me, right, I bring the whole pouch to the toilet, and practically everyone knows it's like a tampon pad pouch, but it's okay. So it's easier to bring this out of your bag and like first to tuck it in your jacket or your shirt or whatever, or your shorts. But with this, it's pretty big, and I don't know how you're gonna secretly take this out of your bag and put it in your shirt and go to the toilet. So yeah, that's the good thing about a tampon. The third point that I would like to say is that tampons is much cleaner, in the sense where when you wear a pad, the entire area gets your blood, but for a tampon it's a much cleaner process because you just need to have it in, then it soak up your blood, then you take it out. I mean, when you change, you just take it out and put a new one in. But for a pad, it's more, I would say, smelly and more bloody, and it's just not a very pleasant sight for yourself, I guess. And if you can't stand the smell, and yeah, overall it's just a much cleaner process. My fourth point, if you're a swimmer or you just swim a lot in your own free time, you need this. If you have worn a pad to swimming before, you know how disgusting the pad ends up looking and how uncomfortable you feel at the end of your swimming session. So fifth point, when you wear a pad, you can actually see the line. You know what I'm saying, right, girls? Like when you wear a pad and you wear something really tight on your booty, you can actually see the line of your pad. It's not very sightly. Okay, comes my sixth pro of wearing a tampon, is you can wear your sexy lingerie and your G-string and your whatnot kind of panties. But if you wear pads, you have to stick to wearing ama panties or just not very flattering panties. Yeah, because this is not gonna fit on your G-string. Yep. Now moving on to the cons of wearing a tampon. The very evidently first con would actually be that it's more difficult to put on a tampon compared to a pad. So many people may find it very difficult or like uncomfortable, or you are scared of like putting something inside. I can understand that it's really difficult and it can be quite uncomfortable the first few times that you try to put it in. I'm sure most of you guys know this YouTuber called ilikeweylie. She actually has this viral video of her teaching you girls how to put on a tampon. So I'll actually have that video linked down below, so please go and check it out if you really want to know how to put on a tampon. And if you're a guy, don't click the video. My second con of wearing a tampon, when you wear a tampon, you will actually have to change it more often than when a pad. For me, right, a pad can last meaning like the whole thing will be soaked. It can last from about 4 to 6 hours and then I'll change it. But for a tampon, on days with heavy flow, I will have to change it every 1 to 2 hours. And something bad about using a tampon is you can't see how much it has already absorbed. So there's a chance of you leaking and staining your panties. But for pads, right, it's more of like you know how much more it can absorb already, so you can just leave it on for like that another 1 hour if you think that like it's okay to leave it on for another hour. But for tampons, it's more of like you wouldn't know how long this thing can still take, so there's chances of you leaking. I have a tip for you girls. My friends around me would know this. I will actually usually set my alarm. I'll actually set alarm in 2 hours intervals whenever I'm having my heavy flow. So when my alarm rings, it means it's time to change my tampon. So it helps me keep track of how long the tampon has been inside me and like how much it has roughly absorbed, because I know that on days with heavy flow it can never last to more than 2 hours. Now comes my third con of using a tampon. Tampons are actually quite pricey. Like I told you guys just now, this is 20 for about $8 minimum. I can't remember, I think on sale it's $8, so 20 tampons for $8. But here you have 12 pads for $2.70, and essentially, right, pads last longer than tampons. In one day you can use 2 to 3 pads, but you will probably use more tampons, like 5, 6, 7. So essentially the tampons actually finish faster than your pads, and it's actually more costly. My fourth con of using a tampon, this one I only managed to know through the internet. Like when I was planning for this video, I read this. So tampons can lead to toxic shock syndrome, also known as TSS. It's like some diffusion or osmosis of the blood, your dirty blood, into your bloodstream or something like that. Before I end this video, to share a discount code with you guys, and this is regarding ILLUMIRUN, and it's back this year and it'll be held on 17th December. So if you are free and you want to go for ILLUMIRUN, please sign up with my link. I'll leave it in the description box down below, and you sign up with my discount code, you'll get exclusive discount. Okay, so that's it for my video. So if you actually need more advice or you have more questions on the usage of tampons and pads, you can always leave them in the comment box down below. Or if you want to remain anonymous, which I can understand why you want to, you can always go on my Ask FM and leave me a question there, and I'll answer you to the best of my ability. And I understand that a lot of people have a lot of comments on me doing this video, but I really genuinely just want to help the girls around at my age, or like just girls in general who want to know the difference between using a pad and a tampon. And I remember when I was like 16, 15, I actually was quite curious, and I know it brought more comfort after you get used to using it, but I wasn't ready to use a tampon because I thought like, oh my god, you know, something's going inside me, or like, yeah. So if you actually have that worry or that thought, let me just tell you, it's not something for you to be scared of, and eventually I'm sure you will grow to like using it, because it really brings you so much more comfort and you'll be more confident when you actually wear a tampon compared to a pad. I'm not a professional at this also, I'm just speaking it to you guys from experience and from this 1 year of using a tampon, and just letting you guys letting you guys know the pros and cons of using a pad and a tampon. Yeah, so that's all for my video, and you guys know the drill. If you have any requests or just anything you'd like to know or you'd like to see, you can actually just leave them down below or at my Ask FM. I've been repeating this, but thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!